what I want you to know in my life is that, I used to let Friday be just another day and get in preparation for the weekend and really utilize the weekend to kind of decompress and really drown out a lot of my misery, man. And before I took my turn and really kind of started my own personal growth journey not that long ago, the weekends were a time of sedation for me, man. I would look forward to the weekend, look forward to those margaritas on Friday night to kind of drown out some of the pain and the dark place that I was in. And so, now the weekends are a time for me to continue to serve my clients at the highest level and get shit done. So if Friday is just another day to you and it's just a day to look forward to the weekend, I encourage you to break that cycle, man. Obviously the weekend's great because you don't have the responsibilities that you do during the week, but the bottom line is this: the weekends are a great time for growth. The weekends are when most people stop grinding. And so if you can utilize the weekends to continue to level up in whatever area of life you need to level up, I encourage you to do so, man. It's a great time. Most people aren't working. If you put in the work on the weekends, you're a step ahead of most people. So don't be like most people. But in today's video, I really want to cover mindset and really talk about putting the cart before the horse, because a lot of you guys try to put the cart before the horse, and so many people want to talk about leveling up in health. And let's start with nutrition and fitness. And if you don't have your mind right, and you don't have your mind in the place that it needs to be in order to focus on the right things, you're destined to fail. If you and I'll relate it to New Year's resolutions just because that's right around the corner. But if you're someone who's looking to take that next step and get and level up in your health and get a little healthier, and I don't care if it's weight loss or just general fitness or just trying to improve your eating habits or whatever, if that's the first thing you're going to focus on and you don't have this right first, you're destined to fail, man. And so, of course I want you all to start, eating healthier and getting more into your fitness routines and exercise more and lead a healthier lifestyle. But don't set yourself up for failure, because here's the thing, man. Until this is right, and until you're in a place where you're finally able to wrap your head around things and say, you know what, I'm ready to take this shit on, I'm ready to get myself to the next level, you're going to go at it for 2 or 3 weeks, and it's going to be a failure. I'm telling you right now, and I don't want to tell you that because I don't have confidence in you. I want to tell you that because I see this happen so often. Not long ago, I was working with a guy who was very overweight and was like, you know what, I'm going to go at this shit hard. He was going to the gym 2 and 3 times a day and, trying to do a massive overhaul of his eating habits. But this wasn't right. He only knew that he needed to make changes, but he wasn't ready. There's a big difference. There's a lot of people that know that they need to make change, but until that's right, you're not going to have success, guys. So, and I know it's easier said than done, but you need to do some deep soul searching, and you need to really recognize that if you're going to get to the next level, and that might not be weight loss for you. Like I said, this is not all for weight loss. This is anybody who wants to level up in health. If you're just trying to improve your eating habits, but you go at it half-ass, you're not going to win. You're not going to succeed. And so what I want you to know is that there's a simple process that needs to happen, but mindset is first. And again, and that's with anything, you guys know that. Like if your mind's not right and not focused on the right things, your chance for success is minimal. And so I'll go back to the guy who said, you know what, I know I need to lose 80 pounds or 50 pounds or whatever it was. I know I need to lose a bunch of weight, but I'm gonna go to the gym 2 to 3 times a day. I'm gonna massively overhaul my diet, and I'm gonna get there. Well, you know what? It lasted for about a month, and he said, I just couldn't keep up that pace. I could have told you from the beginning you were destined to fail because this shit wasn't right. The moment you thought that you needed to go to the gym 2 to 3 times a day told me this wasn't right. That's a reaction more than a plan. That's a reaction to, oh shit, I'm really overweight and I need to level up in my health, so I'm gonna go at this shit as hard as I possibly can and try to win now. That's not how it works. You didn't gain 50 pounds overnight, and you're certainly not going to lose 50 pounds overnight. So if you're someone who's going to try to do a massive overhaul like that, and you don't have a path and a plan to get there, you're destined for failure. And I hate to use the word failure, because you still have a chance to win, but the bottom line is, until this is right, you cannot create that path to success, because you're not gonna be thinking rationally. Going to the gym 3 times a day is not rational thinking. It's not necessary. If you go and spend an hour in the gym 3 or 4 times a week, that's plenty, as long as the nutrition is on point. But when you've gotten to a point where you're so miserable and you're like, you know what, I'm sick of being fat and I need to make this shit happen, and I'm gonna go to the gym 3 times a day for 5 days a week. Nobody works out 15 times a week, man, and has that be something that's sustainable. It's just not. And so I don't want to scare you away from trying to accomplish your goals. That's not my intention here. My intention is to get this right first, because if you can, you're setting yourself up for a much greater path to success. If this is not right and you go at something haphazardly, you're not going to win. You're going to set yourself up for failure, and so that's what I don't want to see. So get this right, get this shit straight first, because when you finally have your mind on the prize and you create a path to success, and you know that you're going to get there, and you find the drive, the determination, the motivation, the inspiration that you need on a daily basis to continue to work towards your goal, you're going to win. But if not, man, you're setting yourself up to fail, and I don't like to see that, because look, the fact that you're getting into the gym 3 times a day shows you've got a certain level of commitment. But if you don't have a plan, that's not sustainable. It's just not. Like, nobody goes to the gym 3 times a day and can sustain that for very long. It's just too taxing on your body. You're not going to be able to continue that pace, and then you're going to get frustrated, you're going to give up, you're going to throw in the towel, and you're going to look back a month later and say, you know what, I just didn't have a very good plan, and you're going to fail. And so you have another opportunity. My whole point on this is get this right first, and that's with anything, not just health. That's with business, that's with your relationships, whatever it may be, whatever area you need to level up in. But man, this is so important. Mindset is key with everything, guys. And like, I saw it for myself before I started my business. My mind was not in the right place. It just wasn't. And I had to do some really deep soul searching to find out that, to finally decide to go all the way the hell in on my business. And now that I have, it's paying off. And so I say that with health too, is that, when I was 50 pounds overweight and I finally decided to go all the way in, and I wasn't going to be miserable anymore, and I wasn't going to be the guy that had to freaking fold his pants over because, the damn belt didn't even work anymore. It's just, that shit gets old, man. And so if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, get this straight first, and then the rest will follow. And I say that all the time, but it's so true. And most people try to jump right into the fitness piece. They try to jump right into the nutrition and massively overhaul. And I'm not telling you not to take those steps, because those steps are extremely important, and those steps are going to be what's going to take you to the next level. But until this is right, until you've wrapped your head around this, and you can really decide, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go about it in a very intelligent manner. I'm going to have a plan, a legitimate plan to get where I want to be. You're not going to win, man. And that's it. Everything is about mindset. And so get your mind right first. Start thinking about how you're going to attack this shit and make it happen. That's it. Go all the way in.